Hi, I'm Austin Carroll, and today I'll be presenting Presentation 1, Modules 1 through 9 of Music 100. So, Modules 1 through 9 go over the foundational steps of music. Modules 1 and 2 cover basic concepts that underpin the experience of music listening, whereas Modules 3 to 9 cover building blocks of sound using technical concepts. In Module 1, Unity and Variety, performance role are covered, whereas in Module 2, Structure music and purpose music are covered. In Module 3, types of listeners, both casual and referential, and select music categories such as folk, art, and jazz are talked about. In Module 4, music notation, duration, and pitch are talked about. More specifically, pitch fundamentals and names. In Module 5, pitch notation, intervals, volume, and instrumental timbre is talked about. Module 6 goes over vocal and orchestral timbre, strings, and woodwinds. Module 7 covers brass and percussion, whereas Modules 8 and 9 both cover keyboard instruments. Module 8 focuses on the harp, discord, and piano, where Module 9 focuses on the organ and the synthesizer. The first vocab where I want to go over today is in Module 1, the ensemble, which is a group of musicians who play together as a unit. It derives from the French word literally the same one, ensemble, which is all the parts of a thing considered together. It can theoretically be any size as long as it's not smaller than two people. And ensemble names are typically named after the amount of performers present. So, for example, two performers would be a duo, three would be a trio, four would be a quartet, five would be a quintet, and so on and so forth. Traditional symphony orchestras are the largest music ensemble that's commonly found, usually averaging at least 100 people. A fun fact, the largest orchestra ever was recorded at a music festival in Queensland, Australia in July of 2013 with over 7,000 musicians. An example of a vocal ensemble would be Come On Down, O Love Divine by Ralph Vaughan Williams, around 3 minutes 11 seconds long. An example of an instrumental ensemble would be Oboe Quartet in F major, Adagio by Wolfgang Mozart. The second word I want to go over today is pitch, which is part of Module 4. A pitch is someone's relative perception of how high or low a sound is. Pitch is more precisely determined by frequency, or the amount of vibrations, complete sound waves per second. So, for example, back and forth movement of guitar strings after being plucked would be a way to determine pitch. Because pitch is relative, how high or how low it sounds can only be determined or judged through comparison of other sounds. An example of a low pitch sounds are in Pure Suites in the Hall of the Mountain King by Edvard Grieg, up until the 54-second mark. Example of high-pitched sounds are in the same piece, starting at the 1 minute 40-second mark and ending at the 2 minute 30-second mark. Another word I want to explain is volume or dynamics, which is covered in Module 5. A volume is to describe the loudness or the softness of a composition. It's used by composers in order to shape a piece and control its emotional content. Volume can also refer to the process of smooth and gradual change between volume levels. So, for an example, a crescendo gradually getting louder, and a descrescendo, which is opposite, are critical expressive elements of performers and composers. Carmina Burana's O Fortuna is a great demonstration of altering volume by using different levels of energy to produce sound at unique dynamic levels. So, higher energy is used to produce a louder sound from the beginning to the 21-second mark, whereas lower energy is used to produce a softer sound from the 22-second mark to the 43-second mark. Yet another word I find important to explain is the timpani, or the kettle drum, which is found in Module 7. And timpani is a type of membraphone which produces sound through vibration of a membrane or skin stretched across a wood or metal frame. It was invented in the 10th century in the Middle East. But what really sets timpanis apart from most other drums is that it has the ability of producing pitch. How it produces the pitch is that a metal ring with screws holds the vibrating membrane in place. The performer can then manipulate the membrane to vary the skin's tension or pitch. Timpanis typically have a 20 to 32-inch diameter, so they're about medium-sized drums, and they are prominently featured in Carmina Burana's O Fortuna, or Fortuna, from the 15-second to the 21-second mark. Lastly, I want to talk about synthesizers, which is in Module 9. Synthesizers are an electronic instrument developed quite recently in the 1960s that can produce a large variety of sounds by combining both sound generators and modifiers into a single unit with a coalesced control system. Because it can take on the shape of nearly any instrument imaginable, there is no standard way of playing it, like a trumpet per se. Relatively speaking, the synthesizer is an extremely new instrument, as it is only 60 something years old. Synthesizers can also produce a large amount of timbres or qualities of sound. So, for example, in A Land Before Eden and Rainmakers by David Anthony Clark, which are 6.5 minutes long and 5 minutes long, respectively, are great examples that showcase the range of synthesizers. So, what is the main thing to take away from here? So, these modules are about laying down the foundation and building blocks for music. We need them to better understand music as a whole. Knowing the terminology, such as the vocab words I presented, especially helps with the comprehension. This better comprehension can allow us to more and thoroughly can allow us to more thoroughly enjoy music and see it as an art form rather than something in the background. And that is all I have for today. Have a good rest of your day.